So I have had the fortune to work with you yesterday.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Let's do an introduction. Steve Crothers, tractordrawanaerial.com. Come from the West Coast. It's like over there.
Should I curse? I feel like I should be cursing.
No, we're keeping this PG.
Okay, all right,
PG.
good to know. Okay.
Anyway, give me a little background about who you are and why you're sitting next to me.
Well, Tractor Drawn. We have the fortunate, benefit of going out and spending time with firefighters and talking about a really cool discipline, which is the tractor drawn aerial. What a cool piece of apparatus, and we have the fortunate, benefit of being able to show people how to drive that thing and how to operate it. And it's just an amazing opportunity and time to be able to deal with firefighters. And it doesn't matter where we go, firefighters are firefighters, and we experience, just good people and hanging out with. They're always the same. It doesn't matter where you go, and that's the cool thing about it as well.
The fun part about it was, we do a lot of the apparatus innovations, and we talk trucks on our page a lot. And so you and I, last year, we met up at FDIC last year in August. We walked the floor. There were 6 tillers here, I think, 6 TDAs at the time.
Absolutely.
Can I say tiller? Is that an insult? Am I insulting you? Is it just a TDA?
I want to say you are, but no, you're not.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I will say this, right? So we walked the floor, we shot some innovations last year, and then here we are again today. We did some projects together yesterday.
Sure.
I will say this, it is a unique discipline that has become very popular in the American Fire Service. There's a resurgence of
Absolutely.
the TDAs. And so with that comes the ability or the abilities that you need to have to be able to build one correctly for your needs.
Yep.
I never realized how much goes into a TDA.
Yeah, it is. It's a large apparatus, very unique, and because of that, it has. I always think of it in 3 areas: the tractor, the trailer, and then the tiller cab. And because of that, you got to think of all those, and they all combine, and they have very unique specifics that they do. And so, communicating that to people is important, and both inside and outside. And that's the fun thing. And when people get a chance to, first of all, when someone's going to do it, I always tell them, you're about to go on a journey, and it is a fun journey. And I got to be part of that. And that's where we got to educate and talk about it. I mean, I know you've done some tillering in your day, and that's fun. And then there's the training part. And that's where you really get to see the magic come together, and they get to see what we're going to do with them and how this rig's going to perform.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We got to meet the ex-chief of Canyon Lake, Darren Brinkater.
Yep.
And they really took the tiller to the next level, the tractor drawn aerial.
Yep.
Put a pump on it, rescue equipment. It's really fitting the role of a rescue company. How is that coming into the American Fire Service, and what's your thoughts?
Well, first of all, you're seeing people that are buying tillers that never would buy a tiller, right?
Yep.
And let me do a Jeremy thing here. Hey, how's it going, guys? Okay.
It's good.
And
it's good.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And and you're seeing smaller departments that normally would not normally do it. Now, guys, thanks for coming by. And
Have a coin.
so, sorry, we were playing over here. So anyways, these departments they're taking a smaller department and they're taking multiple disciplines, and because the apparatus is so large, they're realizing, hey, we can combine it into one apparatus.
Yeah.
Where you normally might have a rescue box trucks in a station, and the truck goes out, they get a rescue response, they got to come back at that box truck. You can combine that all in one in a smaller department doing that, and that's where you see the benefit of it, where smaller departments are seeing things that they would not normally do, because traditionally this was always thought of as the big city.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's got so many different facets to it. And people don't realize, deploying off of this apparatus is a blast, and it really has capabilities that you don't realize. I used to have my tillerman. He always joked, and he'd come around the corner, come to the station. He would look in the apparatus bay, and if there was a reserve straight frame, his day was shot. He wanted to throw rocks at it. He didn't want to get in
Put
that
it out
tiller.
of service. Yeah, right.
Or that straight frame. He wanted to be in his tiller. So it's a fun rig to get on.
I've never seen an apparatus that's easier to get ground ladders off rapidly than a tiller. I mean, when I learned ladder culture when I started going down to Hyattsville and volunteering in PG County.
Yeah.
And it was it's just one of those things when people say hey, why do you like this so much? Because when somebody's hanging out the window, I can get almost omnidirectional, a 24 or 28 off the truck and up to them
fast
within seconds.
Yes. And if you look at, we just did training for Virginia, or Richmond, Virginia. 370 feet of ground ladders on that truck.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I mean, they've got that thing is loaded with it. And so I think of tillers as being very modular, depending on what you need. You might need a pump, or you want a true truck, no water. And they went with ground ladders, and that's just phenomenal when they can, like you said, now they have access quick on both sides to be able to get to where they need to go. And that becomes really, when you talk about being deployable and really having impact in the fireground, you're bringing this huge toolbox that can be used quick and easy.
And I think the other thing that I loved about it was its ability to narrow you down to truck culture. I remember specifically riding on truck one and coming off, and if I was hooking can, where those tools were positioned on that truck and being so orientated to that position, or if I was bar and the same thing. And I think that's one thing that people overlook when they're thinking of this, because if you don't know, you don't know, right? So
yeah, it's when you think about the outside of that rig, there's a lot of space because it's so large that you can put outside tools on. Now some departments say, hey, we're not putting out outside tools, but I'm like, I want to get off, get my irons, get my can, and you can put it in places where you're not opening up a compartment. You're literally just grabbing and going, because there's literally these awesome spots that are kind of hidden away that you don't realize that the tools go, and then you can get to your tools quick.
Well, that's the whole point of what you do, right? If you don't know, you don't know, right? So we need to educate, right?
Yep.
Everything in the American Fire Service is all about education. A better educated firefighter is a better firefighter. Hands down.
Absolutely.
So when it comes to tractor drawn aerial, check you guys out. Steve Crothers, thank you, brother. Where can people find you? What do you guys have going on? What's next?
Yeah, we are on tractordrawnaerial.com, the website, obviously on the Gram and the Facebook. We'll be out in Iowa doing training in 2 weeks, and then we just kind of move on as departments need us. You contact us, we'll talk shop, we love it.
But it's everything from concept design, build, delivery, training.
Yeah, I mean, I built the website for 2 reasons. One, I just want to celebrate the iconicness of this apparatus. It's the ball or Cinderella at the ball for sure. The second part is I want to share with people, like, hey, if you're going to purchase this rig, my website has content. It's free for everybody to look at. Get yourself started and understand how to use this rig and why would you use the rig. And that's what's kind of the idea behind it. Yeah, so reach us out there. More than happy to talk to people.
I appreciate you sitting down with us. I've had a lot of fun with you over the last few days. I do like Josh and Aaron better.
I see
but
that,
I will
guys.
say that you got a hell of a team, and it's an absolute honor to spend some time with you.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Andy.